Hey guys, what's up? We're back for another episode of the Horror Flick Chicks podcast. I'm Sonia and I'm here with Sandra and Angie as always. What's up, girls?
Hi, we're back.
So we're back. We're continuing the conversation on the series The Last of Us that's airing on HBO, and we're on episode 7 now. And we just saw it last night, so we're going to talk about it now. And episode 7 was called Left Behind.
Yep.
And we got some of the backstory on Ellie
Yeah.
this time. And it was actually a very nice episode. I really liked the episode a lot.
Me too.
Very entertaining. And I mean, in the beginning of the episode, we it kind of starts where it left off at the last episode. Joel's hurt, and then now they're in a house. It looked like some kind of bunker or something, but they were in a
In
house.
the house, it looks like a basement of a house. It
Yeah,
looks
the
like.
basement of a house. And Ellie's trying to stop the bleeding, and Joel looks like hurt, like
He
really
looks
bad.
messed up. So I was wrong. He's still alive.
That's right.
Yeah. See,
That's right.
that's right. You did say that last time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's still alive,
He,
but he's in bad shape.
he's not in good shape.
Yeah, no,
No,
he's not in
no.
good shape. And then they kind of pan out into this
Backstory.
backstory of Ellie. So we see her in the military kind of
Federal
military
training, right?
school, military barracks where she's living,
Yeah,
and
her federal training, no?
well, that's where I think I have a feeling that's where she kind of grew up, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
In
so.
that
I
place,
think
and now
probably
that
all those kids. I think all those kids did.
yeah, and she's of age, so now she's in school, and it's like they kind of run it like a military school because it's a military
Yeah, so they.
kind of,
So she is kind
you
of
know,
like in training for
yeah,
to be a soldier there.
basically
Yeah,
everyone has to have a job, and when they get to a certain age, they get their assignments and things like that. So she's
yeah,
school. Anyway, there's a bully there that we see that's bullying her, and we come to find out that Ellie did have a friend, but the friend is not there, and she was supposed
right.
to be the tough one, but Ellie like beats the girl's ass.
Yeah,
And then she gets she kind of gets reprimanded, but at night she's sleeping and her friend comes back. Her friend comes back.
Riley.
Her friend Riley, who's played by Storm Reed, who I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Love.
great.
That once again another recycle from HBO show,
Yes.
Storm starring Euphoria. So, but she comes back and she tells Ellie that she joined the Fireflies,
hmm
and that she kind of came back to, you know, do and she's leaving with them. She's going with them, and she's like a one night, like let's go out and have fun type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they kind
So,
of do that, tour of abandoned malls, which seems so fun to me. But I think if the
it
world
was
were coming
scary
to
though.
them, I
It
would be
was. It
freaked out.
was. Yeah.
The cutest scene was when Ellie is like on this escalator that's like
Yeah,
actually working. And it's kind of like the first time she's ever seen an escalator. So she's like playing around with it.
she didn't even know what it was
Um,
called because
no, she
She
didn't.
she
said.
said
She
electric
said
stairs or
electric
something like
stairs.
that.
Yeah. Or
And Ronnie had
moving
to tell her it's
stairs or
escalator.
something. Yeah.
Like she didn't even know what it was. So it was kind of funny. Like I forgot
I'm gonna start
for
calling it the electric stairs from now on.
no, I kind of forgot for a second that she doesn't know a lot about the old
Yeah,
world.
you forget. You forget about all that
And
stuff.
then when she
Yeah.
said, I was like, oh, that's, yeah, she's never seen
That
one,
makes sense,
and
right?
it makes sense that she wouldn't know, what it's called. So, and it's not like they have those in books, really. I
No.
mean,
Yeah. No.
like history books. I mean, they don't talk about elevator escalators or whatever. So, she doesn't know anything about it. So I thought that was kind of cool that they did that. Um, and yeah, but the mall was scary. Like all the lights were on and everything.
I mean,
But
isn't it like George Romero movie? Like you're
yeah,
literally
totally,
It,
totally,
it
like totally
it
Dawn of the
totally
Dead.
gave me like Dawn of the Dead vibes.
Yep,
yeah.
Yes, in the
yep.
mall.
And yeah, it was scary. Like I wouldn't at a certain point they Ellie walked kind of on her own, off alone and stuff. I like if nothing. I would have been scared. Like I was scared for her, and I was like thinking that somebody was gonna come around the corner or out of a room or the door or
Yeah,
something.
I would be too. But I think she's been taught or probably feels. I feel like she's been told that because it's been so long that's passed that like the area kind of surrounding them pretty close is like
Yeah.
free of the infected.
Oh yeah, and I think she did say that at some point.
Yeah, so walking
Riley.
around something like that. The only thing I think she was worried about if somebody would hear she because I guess Riley turned on the lights or the electricity in the mall and put on lights and stuff. And she said, well, wait, is anyone what if someone hears us? And she's like, no, 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 it's completely closed off to outside. Nobody from outside can be in the will see the lights or hear anything. Like it's cool. Like it's fine here.
Mhm.
So she wasn't worried about infected. She was worried about just maybe one of the federal soldiers
Yeah,
patrolling or something, finding something or seeing lights and
yeah,
maybe coming in and getting them. So, you know, that's probably was her thought. Walking around was nothing because there was nothing there to hurt them. I
right.
mean, you know,
Did you guys have a favorite besides the escalator part? Did you guys have a favorite part of the episode?
I like when they won the carousel.
Yeah, drinking. They were drinking.
Oh yeah, they found that what I don't know what it was.
It was
Whiskey
It
whiskey.
probably.
was
That
whiskey.
was whiskey, honey.
Yeah,
It
I
was some dead guy they found in a building and had a bottle of whiskey. Well, he had a bottle of whiskey and he had pills, so probably killed himself.
yeah.
Took the pills and drank the whiskey, and but it was like almost a full bottle of whiskey, and they took it and they were just walking around the mall drinking right from
That
the
was so
bottle.
cute. It was just, and they're just, you can tell from, the episode, like it kind of slowly builds up that, you know, they have this best friend relationship, but there was something a little bit like romantic about it, right?
Yeah,
So, it was very sweet seeing how like there were moments that, you know, Riley and Ellie were kind of like getting a little close, about to kiss, and then not
well,
really.
that's why I like that's why I like uh um the carousel because Riley shows her and she's like, no way. She's like so excited to get on it and it goes and it's on and it goes around. And then there's a moment where Ellie just looks up at her and it's like, oh, she like really likes her, like she
She
loves
likes
her.
her,
And she's
yeah.
missed and all this time that she's been gone and she missed her and like she has her friend back, but possibly more. So I thought it was like such a cute moment.
It was very sweet.
Yeah.
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 And at some point they were like, oh, she was like, I have more for you.
Yeah.
And then
Because she said she had a bunch of surprises for
Well,
Ellie.
she got that book, the joke book,
The pun book.
from book.
It
So
was it
I
was
thought that was
the
cool.
part two of the book because she said,
Yeah,
"This is
part
part
two.
two."
Yeah. So I thought that was cool. But then there was a joke. Oh, now I don't remember. There was a joke that they said, and they were laughing and they said, "What's that?" Remember? They said something. I'm gonna look it up and see if I can find it. But they said they would read some of the jokes, and then one
uh-huh.
of the jokes she said the joke and then the punchline, and then they laughed. But then I think Ellie said, "But what's that?" And Riley said, "I don't know." It's from the old world that they don't know
They
about.
don't, right, they don't understand.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
So the big surprise was the
Well,
was
and like so, one of my favorite parts was when they went to the arcade and they were playing more Mortal Kombat and stuff.
Oh, that was cool too.
I thought that was cool because if you remember in a past episode, the episode where they were ambushed by the guys and Ellie had to kill somebody that was attacking Joel, remember?
Yes.
There was a Mortal Kombat machine there that was broken. And she was like,
oh
Oh,
right, and she
she
wanted
said,
to
"Oh,
that's
play.
that's
right.
so cool." She was like, "Oh, it's broken. It was broken." But she had read about it or something in a magazine or something. So she knew about Mortal Kombat, but she just never got to
That's a
play.
good
So
one.
Right.
Everybody
I
loves
didn't
the Mortal Kombat
I
game.
didn't I didn't catch that. I didn't remember
yeah,
that. That's good. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because she obviously knew about it because she saw it and she got so happy, but she didn't know how to play because she's like, what do I do?
right,
Yeah.
You know?
right.
So, but that was cool. Yeah, that was a cool one too. That was a cool part too.
Hmm. And then what?
The,
And then
the
so
big
we
surprise with the reveal was basically like a spirit Halloween.
Oh, then the spirit Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Right. That was
And
that was
so one of
fun.
my favorite moments was when Riley puts on like that clown mask or whatever, and then they both put on like she puts on like a scary wolf mask or something, and then
Yeah.
they're like dancing on the counter and like enjoying each other's like reunion. And that's when they share a kiss.
Yeah.
This comes towards the end of the episode,
Yeah.
um where that kind of they hear something in the
Now, the deal with the songs, like, so what was the deal with the 80s songs? Does that mean something good or something bad's
something
happening?
bad is gonna
Bad
happen
trouble.
with
It means
80.
trouble.
So
Trouble.
yeah,
So,
so
and then
Aha was
they
playing.
have the 70s too, right?
Yeah, the
Does the
70s was
70s means
good.
good?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that song that was playing when they were dancing a 70s song? That's probably why she has
Was
like
was
that's a
that the Etta James song? I can't remember.
yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's
Yes.
from the
So
70s?
it's from the 70s, but the version was an Etta James version, I
It
believe.
was a
And
different version.
um
It
that
was
was
like
Sonny
I
and
Got You,
Cher's,
Babe, right?
yeah,
I Got
Sonny
You.
and
Yeah, I
Cher's
got you, babe.
version. So of course, yeah, that was 70s. Yeah. So that was like the sweet moment.
Well,
And so,
because they danced, that was a 70s song that they danced to and they had this connection with. So
right,
maybe that's why the 70s, when the 70s songs play, means that it's something good
right,
happening,
right.
right?
Yes,
Because that was
yes,
something good that happened to her.
yeah.
Right.
I
Um,
thought about that.
In the
Speaking of
beginning,
the music, it was just kind of like cute to see. So, like in the beginning of the episode, when she's running that track at Fedra training, and she's listening to her walkie-talkie,
It was a
oh,
Walkman.
Walkman.
walkie-talkie, Walkman. Why did I say walkie-talkie? Walkman, and I think it was Pearl Jam who was playing on that. I don't know if
I
there's like a
think,
reference.
yes, I think it
If
was
there's,
Pearl Jam.
I'm not really sure the reference to the 90s, but anyway, Pearl Jam was playing, and that was pretty
Maybe
awesome.
it'll, they'll talk about that.
And
They
then
did
you
play an 80
see in
song in the
her
beginning.
dorm, there's like
Which,
records of different like music. So I think the records thing is
Oh,
kind of gonna keep coming
yeah,
back up.
probably.
So like the Depeche Mode songs have been like kind of coming back up with, different versions, the original singer, the original band, and then like another singer later. And so I feel like these are kind of coming back up into play. And so I love that about this show, that like music is kind of significant
yeah.
and
It's
playing
very
a big role
significant.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They play, I forget what it was now, but they did play an 80 song like right when they were getting going in,
Wasn't it an Aha song? I feel like it was.
possibly. A very
Uh,
popular 80
yeah,
song.
I think so.
Ah, sorry. Yeah. So towards the end, they kind of while they're in that the
Spirit
Spirit
Halloween.
Halloween,
Yeah.
um, they hear rustling, and then
Well,
when they
first, uh, Riley tells Ellie that she's leaving,
right.
the Fireflies are sending her to another post someplace
Well,
else.
right. Well, first, even before that, she says Ellie realizes that Riley has been there in the mall, like she's kind
Right.
of been
She's been
stationed there.
staying there because she's been
Yeah.
like kind of casing it out or whatever.
Right.
But then, yeah, we find out that that Riley is leaving, that the Fireflies are posting her in another location, and Ellie is not happy about it, and she's upset because she thinks she finally has a friend back. And so they exchange words, and she storms off, and she leaves,
Mhm.
and I probably almost when she's out of the mall, she stops, takes a breath, and goes back because she's like, I can't leave like this. She goes back to talk to Riley again, and Riley's still there waiting for her, and she tells her, don't leave. and she says that she tried to get them to have let Ellie come with her, but they said no. What was her name? Marlene.
Marlene, yes.
Marlene is the one that has Ellie from in the first episode, the one that
Right. Yep.
gave her the Joel to take, and so she, and then after that they hear some noise, and Riley says, like, watch out, and this infected comes out, which we see in the earlier scene in another store that he
Yes.
woke up.
Yes.
But he comes out and he attacks the girls, and they try and fight him off as best they can, and they eventually Ellie jumps on top of him while he's on top of Riley, stabs him in the head, kills him. Um, but seconds after that, Riley notices that Ellie was bit on the arm, so now we know how she got infected in the first place, and we also see that Riley got bit. So at that point, both of them are thinking that's the end, because that's what they know. Once you get
Right.
bit, you don't have much time. So it's kind of just left like that with them. They're both there kind of just waiting. And then it pans back to the present time where Ellie is trying to save Joel and going through the house trying to find something to, I guess, to cover the wound or close the wound, and she finds a needle and thread. She goes back down because at this, right before this, in the beginning, before they pan to the whole backstory of Ellie, Joel tells Ellie, leave, because I think because he probably thinks I'm gonna die. Just
Right.
leave, go back and go find Tommy,
Yeah.
because Tommy knows about her, and he'll
Yeah.
take her to where she has to go. Find Tommy. And, obviously cut to the end, and we see that she didn't go because she wants to save Joel. She wants to help Joel. She loves Joel.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean,
and she,
I feel like at the end of that backstory, when the girls are both bit, obviously we know what happens to Ellie because she's still there and she's
right.
immune. But and we can all kind of guess what happened to Riley, right? She didn't
Yeah.
make it. So I think as Ellie was thinking about that, it clicked on her like, oh, I don't want to lose someone else.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That's why she was scrambling around looking for
Yes.
something to help Joel. And that's why she was, you see her kind of running around the house, up and down the stairs
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
looking to things. So yeah.
Yeah. So she finds a needle and thread, and she comes back down, and Joel looks at her. He has a surprised look on his face, basically like, I told you to leave and
She
you're
didn't
still
leave.
here. And she looks back at him like, no, I'm not leaving.
Right.
And she proceeds to start sewing them up. And that's where it stops.
Right.
So, another great episode, another informative episode,
Yeah.
because we got some
And do you have
more.
something else? You have something else to add?
Oh, yeah, no, I just wanted to go back to the music bit and say that Just Like Heaven by The Cure was played during their carousel ride, I believe.
Okay.
And that's an 80s song, of course. I think it was a rendition. I don't think it was the actual the band. One of my favorites. And the Aha song was Take on Me. How could we
Right.
forget?
I mean, I knew it was a
Take
popular song. I just didn't remember it now. But yeah,
on me.
I did notice that at first when it was
So
playing.
again, 80s, bad things are happening, y'all. Apparently the music is very much like exactly like an Easter egg for those folks who've been playing the game, which I think is nice. And I've also heard that this episode was very closely related to the games, and also is
Yes.
obviously like most of this is going to be kind
Yeah.
of coming back to us in the second season.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
I saw another comparison of the episode and the video game after I watched the episode that somebody posted, and it's crazy how, like,
it
they're
looks the
like
same,
pretty
right?
much mirror images. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
That's cool how they did that, how they
Yeah.
took the time to incorporate all the details and
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, they have a very, they have a fan base of the game that
Mhm.
they should please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of glad to see that both gamers and non-gamers alike are enjoying the show. So
Yeah,
definitely
same.
catch it.
Same. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, another great episode. And we're gonna wrap it up, but make sure you check out our YouTube channel, the Horror Flick Chicks. We post our podcast videos there every week, and you can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Horror Flick Chicks. Look us up, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you put a comment down below,
Yes. Let
and
us
let
know
us
what
know
you
what
think
you
of our
think.
episodes.
Yeah, let us know what you
Yeah.
think, and ask us whatever you want. Ask us questions,
Correct us.
make comments, whatever you
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
We're open to everything. So
Just be nice. Thank
criticism, all that
you.
stuff. So let us know, and we'll be back
Be
next.
respectful. That's all.
Yeah, because we bite back. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, we'll be back next week for another recap of the next episode in the series, and I think it's gonna be ending soon. These things usually go about 10 episodes, so I think this
So sad.
might be, but there is gonna be a season 2, so we have
So
more.
something to look forward to.
Yeah. So all right, guys, thanks a lot for listening, and again, we'll be back next week. Until next time, we're the Horror Flick Chicks saying peace, love, and horror. Bye.
That's the end.